The year is 2019, and we're going to talk about Primal, starring Nicolas Cage. My name is Brian Lee. To my left is...
Brandan.
To my right.
Hey, that was good.
Thanks.
Christopher Lee.
I just was like, you're on the left, you're on the left, you're on the left.
We're back doing the Nicolas Cage movies. This one came fresh out of the oven.
Yeah.
The Primal oven. Primal Kitchen.
That's
a thing.
Primal is hunter and collector Frank Walsh.
Maple syrup.
Oh, what are we drinking, by the way?
We are... Brand, you bought it. You tell us.
Oh, don't spill that. Okay, there you go.
You know what? I'm going to read
Do it.
the back. Okay, here we go. Oh, founders, CBS. not the TV station.
Jag. Right? That's the show, Jag.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to pour this like really aggressly?
I don't think. It usually will say on there like, what's it called? It's not aggressive pour. What's it called?
Heavy?
Hard pour?
No.
Hard pour. I think it's
Hard
hard
pour.
Yeah, I don't think it's a hard pour. I'm pretty sure.
So CBS was born when we stumbled upon some bourbon barrels that had previously housed maple syrup. We opted to put the same base beer as KBS, an imperialized version of breakfast stout. In the maple barrels, it's so long because the periods and the
You
commas.
said you could read.
Well, they look like periods, but in the maple barrels. And after one taste, we knew we had something special. That was all one sentence with like 6 commas. Hints of rich maple syrup, roasted coffee, and velvety chocolate meld together in what could only be described as transcendental drinking experience.
Wow.
Bottled on 9/16/19. So not very fresh, but yeah, pretty fresh.
Yeah, about 2 months.
Yeah.
So the brewmaster for Founders has said that they are not going to brew this for the foreseeable future. Now that could be because I think CBS disappeared for 7 years at some point or something like that. So I don't know. I definitely like this one better than just the regular KBS. The maple syrupiness.
A little bit
Always
sweet.
good. So we had this on this podcast a year ago, roughly.
Did we really?
So
Do you remember what episode?
Oh.
No.
The one with the beer.
But synopsis for Primal.
Butt synopsis.
Oh, hey-o!
Farts.
Hunter and collector Frank Walsh expects a big payday after bagging a priceless white jaguar for a zoo. But the ship bearing Frank's precious cargo has another predator, a political assassin facing extradition to America.
There you go. That's good. Pretty happy with that.
Oh, my phone's not foaming.
Just go, oh, Eddie on it. No? Okay.
I don't know what you said.
Whatever. Brand, do you recommend Primal? Starring Nicolas Cage from 2019?
No, I don't. I want to because Nick Cage does have some pretty good, like, weird things in here because he hasn't. His most recent movies, it seems he's been going back to more of his a little bit. Remember Mom and Dad? He had kind of the freakouts,
Right.
you know.
Yes.
So this one has, but there's just not enough, and the movie just isn't good. So I just say no.
I agree.
Brian, do you recommend a Primal?
I do not.
Yeah, I agree. I do not recommend this.
That's so sad.
It really is.
And if it didn't have Nick Cage in it, I probably would have turned it off like halfway through.
oh
but-
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The computer graphics on the Jaguar are
So lifelike. It's exactly what, so lifelike with a bunch of exclamation points.
a little weird.
And at one point, like, because the Jaguar had like blood on its mouth or nose or something.
It looked like it was.
But eventually, like, I just kind of blended in, so it looks like it had a big pink nose, and I don't know, it wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with him in the jungle and
Rainforest, Brazil.
oh yes, I want you to enjoy it. Yeah, like there's the whole scene of him capturing the white Jaguar, and then it cuts to him, and he's got like this like jankety looking truck with all the animals.
Yeah, it was. That was weird.
It was weird.
Yeah, and that one guy they were talking to him, he's like, I can't bring you. Sorry, even though we had this deal. Remember the guy he was talking to?
No, he didn't want to.
Yeah,
the guy in the village.
You captured the lion. It's bad luck.
I thought he was gonna drive Nick Cage.
No, Nick Cage wanted him to.
He was hired to do that, but then he backed out last second.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that it was obvious that Nick Cage didn't want to touch that actor because he was just like, they're there. You don't have to do it. Diego. Just all fingertips.
Yeah, so then when he did it really show the journey of him driving it all?
This showed him going a bit.
That was the opening credits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It just kind of
because when he like took the turn out of the little village or something, he knocked like one of the houses. Like did he?
He like knocked over that little shanty.
Yeah.
Some guy. Call me now.
Miss Cleo.
Call me now for your free tarot reading.
Couldn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And then it shows him pulling up to the boat, and then while they're loading up the boat and all that stuff, then all of a sudden, like they do that whole thing where like all these like black cars pull up and like the guys with the guns, and it's so funny because like. It's not like the cars came from far away. They just came from like,
right down the road type thing.
Well, just like from that,
like a warehouse that was like right there.
A hangar right there.
I watched the movie and I don't remember. I must have been like,
okay,
yeah.
But the killer, all top teeth.
Yes,
all top teeth,
huge cheekbones,
and that made it kind of creepy.
I really hope I could repay the favor someday.
Yes.
I think he did that guy did a decent job as being a creepy like killer.
So he looked familiar and it was bugging me. So I had to look it up. So I remember him from Smoking Aces, which I fucking love.
Smoking Aces. I
fucking
remember.
love
Yeah,
that movie.
I
saw
a good
that
movie.
in theaters twice.
Yeah.
It's just like a real good like shoot 'em up movie.
Wasn't he the guy with like the buzz cut?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the super tall guy and like the little guy
That's
hung
right.
on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Oh. So he's good in that. And he's, you know what? He's okay in this.
Yeah. He was probably the best, like not the best, but a pleasant surprise. Because I wasn't expecting much going into it. I was really hoping for Nick Cage to do something, and him being kind of weird and goofy kind of made it a little bit easier to watch.
But it's just like, and then there's like a doctor on board. Is the doctor on board because he has
that condition
like where he goes into seizures?
Yeah.
And that girl's from GoldenEye, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think she's from GoldenEye.
I believe so. I think I looked her up because I couldn't place her.
Or the bad girl from GoldenEye? Natalia or Xena?
Not Natalia.
Princess?
What?
You said Xena. Yeah. The warrior princess.
I'm a lesbian.
Exactly.
Right? She was a lesbian, right?
Lucy Lawless?
I don't think she is, but I believe the show is a very positive like force in the lesbian community.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So more power to you, ladies.
There you go. She was in there. Oh yeah. So they have the doctor on board, but then they put the killer guy like in this cage in the boat.
Yeah.
But then he's watched by like the two worst guards ever.
Yeah, dude. When that guy went in.
Yes.
When he was having like his like convulsions.
He was faking a seizure?
Yes. So he's doing, the guy goes in, the other guy does what he's supposed to do, locks the door.
Right.
So the bad guy's in there, and then one of the army guys is in there. Yeah. All of a sudden, like he's trying to like get him to open his mouth. Mm-hmm. So he puts his hand in his mouth, the guy bites down on it.
Right.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, oh, I gotta come in and help you.
Right.
Really? How many times do they call them professionals? You know what I mean? Like, these guys they're the top of the top. They're the professionals. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was...
And then he gets shot in the fucking head with the gun.
Yeah, it was
then,
just too ridiculous.
Right, and then it turns out, like, he escaped. And then he releases all these animals that Nick Cage captured, which... Yeah, causes a whole other series of events that are going on, so...
The monkeys in the kitchen with that one dude...
Oh, with the chef or
when
they kill.
He picks up the baby monkey.
Oh, yeah.
And all the other monkeys are like, no way, man.
Yep.
And all you heard was like ripping and that was brutal. I wouldn't want to get killed by a pack of monkeys. God,
no.
Yeah, man.
I don't think I want to get killed by any pack of animals.
But especially monkeys.
Yeah, monkeys, because you look away and you're like, oh, little shit, I can kill that thing. And you got like 10 of them on. You're like, oh, well, this is it.
Yeah, they like rip off faces.
Exactly. Chimps, monkeys, all of them. I'm not a fan of any of them because they're crazy.
Which ones have like the crazy strength? Is it orangutan? That can, like, rip out your arm?
Chimps too. Remember
gorillas and I think all of them.
But like, isn't like one of them like stupid strong?
The chimpanzees are like, yeah,
sure?
I know. Yeah, here, let me Google
That
it.
was like the orange one.
The orange one. The orangutan?
Dr. Zayas?
Oh God! If Dr. Zayas was just ripping off arms, yeah, fuck you! Oh my God!
You're the worst doctor.
So the gorillas are the strongest.
Really?
Yeah, a gorilla.
I mean, they look the most jacked.
A gorilla can
Right.
lift something as heavy as 30 humans over 10 times their body weight, 2,000 kilograms.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and out of the monkeys, they're the mandrill. Hell yeah, bro.
That's what that ninja did at the end of Ninja 3. He turned into a drill and went down into the earth.
Oh, you went a total different way.
I know what you were thinking.
Oh, and for your orangutan,
Yes.
they are about 7 times stronger than a human.
Right. Still can rip out an arm out of a socket.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always go to that.
Yeah.
Rip an arm out of the
Well, I mean,
socket.
'cause I think it's a good test. You know, to see how
Right?
Yeah, because you figure if they're going to attack you, what are they going to do first? Either rip your face off or pull your arm into your socket. So I'd rather have the arm ripped off.
Just get beaten to death with your own fucking arm.
Oh, God.
Your own fucking face.
Yeah. Just your whap.
Whap. Fucking armed and dangerous, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Someone make a monkey cop movie called Armed and Dangerous, and he's like ripped out like the fucking arm. And, it's like, and he's like just running down the street with like 2 arms that he ripped out. It's like,
The partner's got his arms crossed, like nodding and smiling.
it's like every fucking Marvel and DC movie where he's just fucking up the whole city.
And on the weekend, he plays drums with those arms.
You've seen that? I think it's a Cadbury egg commercial of the monkey playing the In the Air Tonight, Phil.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good.
I don't know.
Really good. So they have to kind of quarantine like everyone in this one room.
Yeah.
That can be locked up. So like they're all these guards like they're trying to come up with a game plan. They're like, yeah, you do this, and then. To me, it seemed really random and just out of nowhere. But Nick Cage is like, I'm not going anywhere until I feed my animals.
I'm not going anywhere until I feed my animals. I'm not going anywhere until I feed my animals. They haven't eaten in 12 hours. Who knows how long it's going to take this asshole to catch that asshole?
Yeah, he likes to freak out like that over like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed just totally out of the blue. He's like, they haven't had water in 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I liked that engineer guy that was the one keeping the engines going
Yes.
at the end.
Yeah.
Who was working with Jerome.
Yeah, he's like, full power, Jerome. Let's get out of here. But he sounded like really like
Right.
like a Vince McMahon, like you're fired type. Yeah. And they kept saying that the jaguar is not a man eater. How many times they said it, and what did it end up doing?
Eating a man.
I'm like, oh, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Way to be really clever there. And then when did Nick Cage? He's like, regular Einstein. Yeah.
He's smart.
Yeah, the regular Einstein.
Sorry, the best one with the doctor. I think it was later in the movie, but the doctor came up to him and he's like, "And what's up, Doc?" I was like, "Oh no!" I hope that was like him doing it.
In the beginning, basically, Nick Cage is hanging out with 2 guys, but they're drinking whiskey and he's smoking a cigar. But he's doing a weird fucking voice there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like barely understandable.
His
as well.
drunk voice was really weird in this.
Yeah.
A mechanic in Long Beach, California, tells me I'll never amount to a puddle of piss because I didn't become a mechanic like him.
But actually, to the beginning of the movie. So do you remember, like, back in the old Nick Cage movies, like, when he had, like, a 6-pack and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Dude.
Not
Yeah.
Like, first scene when you see him, like, he's, like, reading a newspaper. And he's like, has like a full on, just like fucking beer gut.
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
just doesn't care anymore
dude,
at all.
fuck
I mean,
it.
yeah, he's loaded. You know,
Hell
who
yeah.
cares, man? Do whatever.
hey,
God, he wants to eat toffees. Let
stop trying to fucking pawn your fucking
your
your
toffees on
grandpa toffees on us.
They're so good.
No,
Grandpa Toffee.
They're different flavors. There's vanilla.
Get the bag.
I'll
Don't
get
eat
the
the
bag.
chocolate because the chocolate is disgusting.
All toffee is disgusting.
No, they're not. What, dude? Listen, I'm old. Okay, older.
All right, you tell me which flavor is best.
I'm giving you one of these because I've been saving all of them for the end.
There's no water on
You
this
want to
ship.
try one too?
Sure. So the lines, there's no water on the ship. You sure? I know how a fucking faucet works.
Yeah.
I much enjoyed that line. Okay, what's green?
I think that's the butter rum.
Ugh. I know I'm not gonna like that.
Oh, really?
I know I'm
Butter
not gonna
rum.
like that. Yeah. Ugh.
So, I mean, I don't have
What's
much
blue?
notes.
Vanilla.
What's love?
Blue. I don't have that many notes for this.
I'm
And
about halfway through.
I just noticed that who had a 6-shooter? Nick Cage. His 6-shooter. It sounded like a really weak firework.
Yeah, it wasn't very loud. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Not really sure what's going on. Oh,
if you have a very
no, I will never.
deep philosophical point,
Yeah.
now's the time to make it because me and Brian have toffee.
Oh, yeah. It's not bad, right? If you don't let it, you can spit it out. I can hurt my feelings. It's not bad, though.
Bad, but
Yeah. Well, it's not my go-to. I haven't had toffees in like a million years. Because my grandpa used to get
you
it for me.
wouldn't
And
have invented,
right
you mean.
right when my grandpa died, he gave me a bunch of toffees. The ones you're eating, they're made from my grandpa.
it's kind of the color of skin.
So,
Make me a trophy.
anything, grandpa? I'm like 4.
Is butter rum okay?
Yeah. That shit's sick. He's like, Big Rig doesn't like that. That's like 20 years. Then he's dead. He's gone. So,
Go ahead.
the part where now this is much going on to the ending of it, where the doctor and the boy are tied up to some pipes.
Yeah.
And the serial killer dumps the snake out.
Yes.
And he goes to fight Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Now, that snake is just sitting there.
Yes.
Like a good maybe, what would you say, 10, 15 feet away?
Yeah.
They start making noise and hitting stuff. Everyone learned from the Simpsons episode Whacking Day that you don't make noise. Because when you make noise, it attracts snakes to the vibrations in the ground.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's why the snake went to them, because they kept hitting the ground. If they would have just stood
And
there.
Nick Cage says that later on in the scene, right?
Oh, does he? Oh, I don't know. 'Cause I was
no,
so upset. I'm like, Whacking Day.
Well, I thought he said something like, "Oh, you moving around is attracting it," or something.
Yeah.
See now, when I saw him with the bag and dumped out the snake, I thought of Jake the Snake.
Oh, yeah. That's also a good one, too.
Remember when Andre the Giant who smushed him?
Smush the snake?
Yeah, Damien?
Oh, I don't remember.
Was it Andre or was it Yokozuna? No, I think it was Andre the Giant.
It most likely was Andre. Jake the Snake.
I remember that fucked me up, dude. I'm like, oh, why?
Yeah.
I was a big Jake the Snake fan.
Yeah, Jake the Snake was awesome, man.
He still is.
He still is. Yeah. But the character, I guess, like Jake the Snake character.
Right. And dude, like, he just like wasn't.
he's still him.
He wasn't ripped. He was just like this fucking
Yeah.
slimy looking
Yeah.
dude that probably like works at a carnival.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
"You want to see my snake?"
Exactly. Yeah, and he was terrified of snakes. He still is terrified. He went. They had a thing on the WWE network, and
Right.
Jake the Snake was just talking about coming into the business, and he got a call from Vince. And Vince was like, "Hey, we want you, and like we're gonna give you a snake, pal."
Yeah.
And Jake is like, "I'm terrified, but I can't say no because this is the biggest company right now, So yeah, he ended up, and he's like, "You're gonna live with the snake." And then Jake is like, "Oh, what?" Like that. And this actually a sidebar story. Diamond Dallas Page, DDP.
Yes.
when Jake the Snake was at his lowest,
Yes.
he let him stay at his house. One of the snakes got loose in DDP's house. I think it was in the toilet or like under the sink of the bathroom or something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And he kept trying to get out, and then DDP came home with his wife, and the wife was like, "No," and he kicked Jake out. He's like, "No, you're done." It was
because at one point wasn't DDP, Scott Hall, and Jake the Snake all living in the same house?
DDP saved both their lives,
right?
Yeah, through the yoga he does, and just like saying, "Hey, stop doing drugs and drinking." DDP yoga.
Yeah.
Now I've done DDP yoga. I've done hot yoga. And just like regular old yoga I could do on my own. But yeah, hot yoga is
hot.
So I went, it was a group out thing. Someone from my old job, she wanted to do a yoga thing, and I wanted to, see what it was all about. You go into the room. They set it at like 95 degrees.
Yeah. It's not cool.
No, it's gotta be hotter than that.
Well, I think with humidity, it feels warmer than that. It was,
well, I mean, you got like 20 people in the room. You set it at 95 degrees. The room's not very big.
Imagine the fucking crotch sweat that's going on there.
It was.
How's that beer?
It was not a good time for Uncle Brandon, I'll tell you that.
When the one snake bites the dad or whatever.
Oh yeah.
When he gets bit, he does like this jig. He's like, yeah.
Fill every bottle you can find. And
Did he survive?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he was dead.
Do you remember when he's like, even if you have the antivenom, it's a 20% chance.
Yeah, well, at the very end when they're carrying him away, I was like, he was alive?
Yeah. Because they killed like a ton of people. I figured
it was everyone except
for
for the lady doctor and the kid.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you answered my question.
Lady doctor and the kid.
No, I want to know if Jake the Snake was an actual snake handler.
Yeah, well, there you go.
The answer is no.
He is not.
Ends with Cage talking to a parrot.
Yep. With a cane.
Going to see to live in a city with the doctor or something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Happily ever after.
This movie is not good. What
Regular Einstein.
Who's the audience?
Yeah, that too. But no, like either for both of you, what do you think makes it so terrible, and or what would you change to make it better?
Because the killer was good. The guy who played the killer.
Yes, I think part of the problem is that like everyone is like, oh, elite professional, like Nick Cage is an elite professional hunter. And
there's no stakes.
World famous Omaha Steaks, a gift that brings family and friends together.
There's really no.
They're like in a boat in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So if like they all die, that's like whatever.
It's just like you don't care if that fucking doctor girl dies, really.
Yeah. And then remember that one government guy, NSA guy?
Yeah.
Forgot about him because the serial killer almost got shot, and the NSA guy took a knife and stabbed him in the back of that one soldier's head.
Yeah.
That happened.
That did happen.
Oh yeah.
That was a thing.
Oh yeah, that guy's
And he didn't leave he didn't leave an impression. You guys, we didn't even talk about it.
But it's just like you don't even find out until like the end that Nick Cage he didn't capture the white jaguar for the money. He was gonna send it to like this like
zoo or something, right?
to where it could be like repopulated or something like that.
I think he did it for the money at first, but I think everything that happened, his lesson was like, I have to be a good guy.
You think so?
Because remember, he's just like, everyone's like, he's like, I'm not a nice guy.
He does say that a lot.
Yeah, I'm not a nice guy. And then at the end, he's like, I guess I'm a nice guy. Okay, that was the story.
Yeah, and actually, now that you say that, yeah, it wasn't like with most action movies. It wasn't like the villain was like, oh, there's a whole bunch of bombs that are going to go off unless I get money. Like
he just wanted off a boat.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, so if they all died on the boat, like nothing would have happened.
Right.
I mean, I know at some point he like redirected the boat, but it's just like,
oh yeah,
it felt like such a minor point.
Yeah. But didn't he just direct it to somewhere else? Or in
like
circles or something?
No,
it was
supposed to go to like
Puerto Rico,
and then the U.S. But he directed it towards Mexico.
Oh,
I remember something like that. I mean, I could be off, but I'm pretty sure it was something like that. It wasn't very memorable. I mean, the only reason I remember some of it is because I wrote it down. It's really
right.
And then some of the stuff I wrote down, I don't remember what I wrote. I'm like, oh, what does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
I don't have any trivia except for the fact that the script was originally entitled persona non grata. But Lionsgate decided that title would be too difficult to market.
Yeah.
So the director renamed it Primal.
Let's make it really dumb.
But yeah, like I said, if Nick Cage wasn't in this, I would have turned it off like an hour through.
Yeah, there's no way.
Brand, you still do not recommend Primal?
Still do not.
Brian, do you still not recommend Persona non grata?
No, Fraser Crane. I do not.
I have been watching that recently. And I still do not recommend this.
Hey, what's your rating on that?
Hey, kids.
CBS.
Ooh.
The beer. Canadian breakfast stout. The suspense is killing me.
Man. Oh, it's so good.
It is good.
4.25. Yeah. Whenever it's like, it's something this, like, usually my 4.25s are like, this is a great, like, this beer is, I would tell a lot of people about this beer. That's really.
Is there a way? Would it cook the same if you like put this in like a waffle mix or something like that? Almost like
I could figure something
like a
out.
McGriddle, kind of. Do you understand what I'm saying? No, well, I know, like, with the batter,
Oh, yeah.
the batter.
You could.
I don't know if I talked about it here.
You could.
Chicken McGriddle, fucking game changer. I do not like McDonald's. A coworker brought me a chicken McGriddle.
What's a chicken McGriddle?
So a fucking McGriddle. So it's just
What's
the
a
fucking.
McGriddle?
It's the
What's
chicken.
Go ahead. I don't want
So it's just like it's like hash.
The two patties are like pancakes
with maple syrup infused into it.
Oh.
and in the middle, I usually get the sausage McGriddle.
Fuck
it's
that.
It's a piece of
Dude.
sausage.
Chicken.
I gotta try the chicken then,
Dude,
because I like
fucking-
McGriddles.
Seriously.
So pancakes for buns?
Yeah,
Yes.
pancakes or buns with syrup in them.
But-
It's amazing.
Chicken. It's a chicken patty.
Oh, it's
dude.
a chicken waffle. Or kind of.
Kinda.
Chicken waffles. Yeah, yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Nice.
4.0.
Nice.
Oh, I like that song.
Yeah, I'd go with the 4.0.
Oh,
wow. So good.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan.
I feel like it must be good because I feel like I drank this very fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 11.3%.
Great shit.
Last year's was 11.7.
Oh.
But you have one more bottle. Hold on to it because you don't know when they're going to release it again.
Ah.
Raspberry.
all those good things.
Bringing it back.
Yep.
That's gonna.
Do we want to? So,
Has our top 5 changed? Nope.
No.
well, so I was gonna ask if. So kind of a slight change of our top 5, top 3. If someone were to ask you to like recommend some Nick Cage movies,
Yes.
what movies would you recommend?
Okay. I feel like, because here's the thing. I feel like,
Okay, good.
when asked that question, you shouldn't go with the obvious. You shouldn't say Con Air.
Right,
You shouldn't say
right.
Face Off.
Yeah.
Because every other asshole
Yeah.
who doesn't have a stupid podcast is going to recommend that.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree, but I feel like people our age, maybe a little bit younger, hasn't seen those movies.
I say if you were going to say Con Air or, those types, give them a Vampire's Kiss along with it. Give them, give them something like that. Well, really, Vampire's Kiss, even though I haven't put it into my top stuff a lot.
No, it was not in our overall top 5.
It is. It really shows.
Much to my disappointment.
It does show the best freakouts, I think, that he's done so far in like all the movies.
I'd say Vampire's Kiss and Deadfall probably have the
would
best
be a good
freakouts.
one. Or maybe even something like Arsenal. Was Arsenal the one for Deadfall?
That's Deadfall 2.
That's what I
kind of,
think.
more or
Not
less.
Arsenal. What am I thinking? Not Arsenal. I'm thinking of something else. No, it was Deadfall. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Because of okay. What would be another one?
Wicker Man.
Yeah. That one's good.
Yeah.
Fucking Sister Beach.
Are we thinking strictly on a freak out level, or because the one with Frodo, that one was good.
Trespass?
That sounds right.
I think. Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd say that'd be a good one too.
Trespass is really good.
Yeah.
I can see the thumbnail.
I know,
but I
same here.
But yeah, that one was good, actually.
Trespass was good.
Or was that the one about diamonds?
It's so funny too, because like people will send me like screenshots, like, oh, guess what I'm watching, and it just because we watched so many in such a short period of time, it just all blends together.
Yeah.
And they were watching like Leaving Las Vegas. I'm like, okay, like, or
Yeah.
yeah, Leaving Las Vegas.
That was pretty popular.
Yes, Academy Award winner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
if people were to ask me for recommendations, I would probably start with the obvious of like Face Off, Con Air. And then next tier would be like Deadfall, Vampire's Kiss.
I'd throw a Valley Girl in there.
Valley Girl's good,
you know?
but I feel like that's another obvious one.
I would recommend
so?
that. I would only recommend Valley Girl if like our mom was asking for recommendations.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, I could
Or
see
like
that.
a family was asking.
Oh,
like,
what was that one?
Red Rock West,
I can't remember what it was called.
Wild at Heart. I remember those were always in my top.
Boy in Blue.
Well, yeah,
Boy in Blue.
Boy in
Oh,
Blue.
Farm Catcher,
yeah,
dude.
Farm Catcher. Yeah. That's I'd be like, yeah, Boy in Blue.
That would be a good
And-
mom recommendation.
And even though like these are some things I would recommend, like myself, even though stuff is wasn't in my top 5, wasn't in there. These are still things I would recommend just because they're
they're good like entry points.
Exactly.
Are we ever going to go back and revisit?
Time to Kill?
The
Italian one?
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point I'd like to.
I'm fine with it.
Isn't his quote, "That's a real piece of shit"?
I forget.
I don't remember.
I just know he has a toothache in that movie.
My boo boo.
Fucking Zandali.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there
Ridiculous.
Which actually wasn't that bad.
No.
Judge Reinhold.
Yeah. They danced on the dock.
I like Judge Reinhold.
I think that will do it.
Yeah.
What was the catchphrase? Oh, I gotta pee. I was about to say
Yeah.
beard right back, but that was that was
Still love it.
that was our old podcast. Oh God, get me out of here.
Thanks for checking out this week's episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, tell a friend.